Well, good morning. It's now just about 7:30 in the morning of Monday the 27th, I think it is, of May. I'm Andy and this is my allotment. Now normally on a Monday I'd be heading off to work at this time, but today in the UK is another bank holiday. We have quite a few of them around about this time. We have a couple for Easter, we have one at the beginning of May, one at the end of May. All very well accepted, definitely. And I took advantage of this because I'm going out all day today, doing some metal detecting with my grandson. We're off to Blackburn as soon as I finish this video. So it'll be a very quick one, hopefully. Just give you a quick spin round and show you what's been happening over the last 7 days since you were last with me. First of all, this flagged area here, I have extended so I can put some more my bee stuff on it. I finally extracted the honey that's been sat in my kitchen since October. And you see the 5 boxes there closest to us, they were full of honey. We've got about 40 pounds of honey, I think, maybe a little bit more. A bit less than I was hoping for, because quite a bit in there that wouldn't extract. Not sure it's just because I'm doing it wrong or what. Anyway, I'll show you that later on when I get a chance to actually get it all sorted out. Right, these 2 beds here have been knee deep in weeds for as long as I can remember and covered in manure, hence the weeds. As you can see, they're now both dug out, waiting for their layer of topsoil to go on top, and I'm going to plant the squashes, pumpkins and courgettes into these, I think. So watch this space. Square foot gardening bed. As you can see, lots and lots of things coming up now. Last week these were hardly showing, and now look at them. I've got carrots, spring onions, rocket, lettuce, all sorts in here, and everything seems to have grown since last night. We had a bit of heavy rain last night, which was welcome, very welcome. Stopped me from having to come down and water this morning anyway. But this is the result. When you have rain and good soil, lots of things grow. That bed had the purple sprouting broccoli in, not anymore. I've taken it out and fed the leaves to the chickens. Well, the whole thing, in fact, just had it hanging up in there for them to take. This bed is going to get dug over, manure added to it, not from my pile this time because I've run out, but from the pile up by the car park. And not sure what I'll put in here, to be honest. If I've got any squashes left over, they might go in here. Right, we have got some bean poles up, 8-foot tall bean poles. At the base of each one of those poles are 2 climbing French beans. Now I thought I had climbing French beans in my stores, and I had a look in my seed trays. I've got loads and loads of dwarf French beans, but climbing, not a thing. This bed here has got garlic, carrots and some onions at the back. As you can see now, the carrots are really well defined, or the back row is, the front row maybe not so much. So I've got 5 different varieties of carrots in here, to try and see which one's working out the best. As you can see, there's a lot. All that at the back just needs weeding, pulling out. And there's something red in the middle there. I'm not sure what that is. I did have some of the cabbage in there last year. Maybe it's a seed from one of those, I don't know. Strawberries. I'll show you the strawberry beds. Now these strawberry beds are looking really good now, as you can see. Absolutely loads of these things. And excuse the noise of the chickens, I think they're being let out because they were out all day yesterday as I was down here for 13 hours. Rhubarb. Not going as much as I was hoping it would, to be honest. I mean, there's plenty of rhubarb there, but not huge numbers of sticks I can take, and the plant to the back, especially, too small. Anyway, more beans in here, put them for my grandson. Look at the flowers on the blackberries. Aren't they glorious? Full of bees. Just what you want. Right, let's go over this way. Climb over everything in the way. I've stupidly left my wheelbarrow in the way. Right, fruit bushes, red currants and white currants, and absolutely loads of berries on those. They'll be fantastic. Something else that's new, my main crop potatoes are in. Sarpo Mira, 7 buckets, done exactly the same way as my first earlies, which are flying along, absolutely flying. This bucket at the top on the right, so many more leaves in there. I think it's obvious which one my grandson decided that he was going to double sow for me, because we had enough potatoes for 7 buckets. By the time we finished, there was only 6 planted with right potatoes, so this one got a double. I'm pretty certain of that. Something else new here. some scaffolding mesh which are covering over, you can see in there, the brassicas. In this one I have got red Brussels sprouts at this end, which I'm hoping will be interesting. Then in the middle here I've got calabrese, or however you pronounce it. And at this end I've got purple sprouting. One of them took a bit of a hit as one of the chickens got out while I was doing this. I turned around, she's munching on my purple sprouting. Not having that. Right, one more thing that was being processed last time that you didn't see. All the sweet corn is now in. Now I did do a short video on how to do this, so not sure if my editing technique is up to it or not, but I might try and cut away now and show you how I actually did this. So bear with me a sec. Hi folks, back again just quickly to show you the results of my patented bean can on a stick cutting through woven material method of planting out. As you saw before, this was a solid sheet of plastic, woven fabric. Now if you cut the woven fabric, you can do that, but you end up with horrible jagged edges which fray and look terrible, and they basically don't do very much either. They fold back over the plant, they can cause all sorts of problems. So I realised the problem was that once you've cut this stuff, it doesn't seal itself. So by heat treating a tin can, there we are, we have a traditional bean can which has been mounted onto a stick of wood because otherwise it gets too hot to handle. And then all I do, I'll just try and do this one-handed for you. It's been on there for a while, so it's red hot. Simply take it over to the place and then through. Three holes, perfectly circular, no mess, no waste, ready for the planting to go ahead. Nice and easy, dead simple. Bean can on a stick. One thing I should say is that there are actually 2 screws through the bottom of that can into the stick, pure simply because it will spin otherwise and it wobbles too much. But you just got to get it nice and hot and then put it on, twist it and bring it off again. If the soil's wet underneath, it cools it down far too much. You can only do 1 or 2 before it gets too cold. When it's nice and dry underneath like this, as you can see, I've got 3 perfect circles ready to be planted out into. It's not what everybody wants to do. I mean, I understand that. I understand people don't want to plant through plastic, but I don't spend my life picking out weeds. So, hey, that's the way it goes. And the good thing about this is once I've pulled the sweet corn up at the end of the year, I can take this up, put it to one side, and next year I can bring it out again and reuse it. Okay, well, hopefully you've just seen a wonderful video of me and my contraption cutting the holes for these and getting the sweet corn in. If you didn't, apologies for that, my editing skills are obviously not up to scratch. Right, show you inside the greenhouse and what's happening in here. Lots of greenery in here. Obviously half of the brassicas are now gone because they're outside. Tumbling toms there need to go out in pots fairly soon. I'm going to have to do that tonight when I get back. All the courgettes and the pumpkins have been transferred into individual pots, as have the long peppers. We've got a couple more pumpkins coming over there and some fruit bushes which are dying to get in. They're absolutely desperate to get in the ground, those, along with tomatoes at the back. This whole greenhouse needs a good tidy out because it's a bit of a mess. I mean, let's stick to this lot. I've got to find holes for all this, or decide if I don't want it or not and get rid. Probably a bit 50-50 to be honest. Now over this side we have got parsnips in here. Lots of greenery coming up, but that's definitely not a parsnip. That one could well be a parsnip, but it's in the wrong place in the seed tray. I don't know. I'm going to leave them for a bit and see what we do. Still got some more potatoes to go in. Now those are going to go into the long life bags you get from the supermarket. I'm going to give it a try, see if it works. Don't need that many bags, only got 4 bags for those. They are pink fir apple. Herbs at the back, waiting for the herb bed to be ready, and some brassicas at the front which are looking pretty sad to be honest. Now down there I've got a swede on the left hand side, celeriac on the right hand side coming up, and at the back 1 brassica, maybe 2 brassicas doing okay. The rest of it are knackered. Anyway, as I said today, a very quick spin round to show you what's happening on my allotment. The chickens are having fun, and just going to go and check on them and then go metal detecting. And come back and do a couple hours tonight. So hopefully I'll speak to you later. Thanks everyone for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you like what you see and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and you'll get a little message every time I put a new video up, and you'll be able to keep up with my progress. See how I do, see what I get right, see what I get wrong. If anybody out there has got their own allotment or big garden, send me pictures, show what you're doing. If you've got a video channel, put a link to it, I'll go and have a look. We're all in this together, let's watch and learn. Anyway, enough for now. Thanks very much folks, and I will speak to you next time. Bye bye.